Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. I present to you a very fascinating series by the United States Mint that is all but forgotten. And that is the National Wildlife Refuge System Centennial Metal Series. This series came out in 2003, and there's a couple of interesting facts about this. And first, we'll start with a certificate of authenticity that comes with each of these pieces, the same certificate for each of these. And that's quite interesting to see how this series formulated. The U.S. Mint entered into a partnership agreement with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation to produce a series of medals to commemorate the centennial of the National Wildlife Refuge System. Each silver medal has a common obverse depicting President Theodore Roosevelt, the father of the National Wildlife Refuge System. The reverse features a bald eagle, an elk, salmon, and canvas-backed ducks to represent the diversity of the refuge system. The series also includes a bronze duplicate of the silver bald eagle medal. Portion of the proceeds is authorized to benefit the National Wildlife Refuge System and its conservation effort. The undersigned hereby certifies the silver commemorative medal as genuine and struck by the Philadelphia Mint in accordance with the United States Mint Partnership Agreement with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and National Fish and Wildlife Foundation. And, this is something that was created. I don't know that there was any legislation that created this, but nonetheless, we can see the specifications below. These are on the same planchets that you would find on dollar commemorative coins with the same silver content and diameter. So 90% silver with 10% alloy, mainly being copper and tin, I would assume. 1.5 inches in diameter. And these are improved conditions, all of them minted by the Philadelphia Mint. Indeed. And it talks about the designs here. And we'll kind of look at those each closer. But the fascinating, the mintage on these, which is not inscribed here on the Certificate of Authenticity, is 35,000 pieces for the bald eagle here. Unlimited. At least, I don't know, you might even still be able to get the bronze medal. And 25,000 for each of the remaining three pieces. Now, back when it was issued, it was thought that these things may command a premium down the road with such limited mintage. They were offered for sale for $29.50, I believe, from the Mint. And but nonetheless, looking on eBay, they have not maintained that premium, but they're not much less than the issue price, even though silver has gone, is hovering around the $14.50, $14.80 range for silver. And but nonetheless, the designs are quite interesting, and there's an interesting fact about this is the first time the U.S. Mint used laser engraving technology for their pieces. So we're going to pull these out and take a look at them. It's a wonderful rendition here of the bald eagle. In this particular case, you can see that really deep frosting there. It's amazing. When these first came out, it was quite stunning and quite unique to see such a thick, but yet intricate frosting on these pieces here. Very nice. And as with any metal from the United States Mint, it has a smooth edge. That is the case with every metal that the United States Mint puts out. And here on this side, we have the president. This is a common reverse or obverse, I guess, for each one of these. Actually, we'll take a look here and see what is considered. This is considered the obverse. And it has Theodore Roosevelt, and it says National Wildlife Refuge System, celebrating a century of conservation in 1903 to 2003. Beautiful design. Simplistic, but yet highly detailed there. We can see there's Teddy. Very cool indeed. These are nice metals for sure. There's that. Now let's take a look at the bronze medal. This was issued for $4.50. And it actually may still be available. I'm not sure. There's the reverse with the eagle. Nicely detailed. And there we have Teddy Roosevelt on this side. Very, very nice indeed. Now we'll take a look at the canvas-back duck. We're going to actually pull all of these out here so we can look at them all together here. There's the canvas-back duck. Very cool. A lot of great detail in that. Just enough landscape to complement, but a lot of area, a lot of negative space with the fields to kind of really make the design pop out, which is kind of cool. The salmon is really interesting. Again, that nice thick frosting, almost to the point where it might be a little bit too much. It seems like that frosting is so thick it's kind of hard to determine the background. This metal would have been a good candidate for multi-level frosting had that technology been widely used in 2003. But nonetheless, you can see the details and intricate design in that piece there. And again, all of these have the common obverse. The elk is stunning as well. Very cool design that you can see there. And again, with this kind of frosting, I think the details or the simplicity makes that kind of frosting work. This is using that laser edge technology, a first for the United States Mint at the time. And with this being a 25,000 mintage, you can still obtain this metal from eBay from anywhere between $23, $24 to $30. Very, very nice indeed. There they all are. Let's get them all together. Beautifully done. Very nice metals, in my opinion. And again, as this is the collector in me, I got these direct from the United States Mint when they were made available. And certainly am pleased to have accumulated these as part of the collection here from the United States Mint. Because I think, I think in time stackers eventually, they fall in love with some of the designs of the pieces they get. And there's a collector in all of us, I believe. I think that's kind of inherent. But nonetheless, as is the case with most of these products that I buy from the U.S. Mint, you accumulate them because you enjoy them. And that's really what it's all about. If they command a premium down the road, that's wonderful. But in some ways, that can work against you as a collector because you're thinking you can't take advantage of that premium if you're keeping the coins. Now, obviously, you can get multiples and work out a way to, quote, flip in that regard. But these days, that's kind of an art and a science for which I choose not to engage. I just love the look of these pieces, indeed. The art involved and the designs and the technology involved in the designs. And this particular metal series is one that has that artistic nature to it and the designs. And there's a lot of people who liked Teddy Roosevelt for some of the things he's done in creating the Park Service and the like, the national parks that are being commemorated as of the recording of this video in the America the Beautiful series. Some people thought his effigy should be on the obverse instead of Washington's, and I actually agree with that. They should have chosen Teddy Roosevelt since he was the standard bearer of the America the Beautiful series. Beautifully done. Bald eagle is probably my favorite just because it's our national bird. But next would probably be elk. And then the salmon. And then the canvasback duck. They're all great designs. Pleased to have them in my collection. What do you think of this series? I think a lot of those in the community aren't even aware that this series exists. So I thought I'd show this. So while I like to do showcases like this of pieces from my collection, and this is one that I had planned to talk about for quite some time, and because it's a neat little collection that can be had for not a whole lot of money over spot price, and you can accumulate it, and it'll be a complete collection that's not hard to obtain, and you can have it to enjoy for time to come. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to y'all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.